Hey everybody, it's Thursday and welcome to another episode of Naturally Unbothered. I am Shari.
I am Corey.
And I am Sean.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
What if you found
more
out
than
one of your parents was not your parents?
what if. You say what
that
if?
would be devastating. That would be
Yeah.
it would have your mind running like, okay, well, who is my parent? Is it, everybody that walked past you be like, oh, could that be my mama? Or yeah, that would really change the dynamic of my life if I found out my mother and my father was not after
Did
47 years. Like,
did you guys have you ever heard the story? I wish I knew the lady's name, but it was a young actress who played on That's My Mama. Uh there was a little girl. She used to like that was her favorite show, and she used to always be like had a connection to the actress for some reason. Like she just liked her. Oh, I love her. She's so beautiful, or whatever. Come to find out, it was her mom.
Mm.
And so when the actress was young, she had a baby, gave her up for adoption.
mm,
Wow.
And this adopted girl, probably like most little kids, around that age, there wasn't a lot of black shows. So we all watched the same show. Watching, That's My Mama, and that's really your mama.
that's my show though.
And
Yeah.
have no idea, but I think it was years later the girl, came an adult or whatever and found out, like, oh my God. And so they met and things, and I'm just like, that is crazy.
That's real crazy.
Yeah,
That
that's
is real
definitely
crazy. And it kind of reminds
wow.
me, I was telling my mom this when I was young, and when before I would get ready for school, I would always watch I Dream a Genie. I
Mm-hmm.
Dream a Genie and Bewitched would always come on back to back. I don't care what channel it was. So I would watch that. So Dr. Bellow's wife, the actress who played Dr. Bellow's wife, for some reason as a little kid, I always felt I had a connection to this lady. And so I thought it was, oh, she's an actress. I've seen her in
Mm-hmm.
something, and like I would always, it just felt like I knew her. So, of course, when I was 8 or whatever, there wasn't Google or, any of that. So I'm like grown now, and I've always felt that whenever I would see it, it was like, I know this lady. Like, I know this lady. So I remember at this time, like, we had Google and stuff on our phone. So I was like, let me see what all she's played in. So I'm looking at all the stuff that she's played in, and it's stuff from 1950 and stuff. I'm like, I ain't never seen none of this stuff. So I'm like looking at her information, and I'm like, So I look and I'm like, oh my God. We were, sh I was born when she died. The exact day, the exact year. And I'm like, that's a
Oh, that's
little
creepy.
creepy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
like, did we pass each other on the
Y'all may
way in
have.
On
and
that
out?
transaction out and in,
Y'all may
yeah.
Like,
have.
am
That
I
happened.
her? Like it was just like weird, and I never understood why I
Okay,
felt.
did you research her life?
I did research her life. There wasn't like,
Any
really,
commonality?
yeah, the only
Um,
we're the same height.
then maybe y'all just were just in passing.
Maybe we were in passing, but I really wish I could find her time of death. I've looked and looked, and that I haven't found that or whatever. But yeah, she died the exact day and year I was born. Um, but yeah, there wasn't really any other commonalities or anything like
That's
that.
interesting though.
But I always thought that because my whole life I was like, I just felt a connection to her. I'm like,
Mm.
I know her. And I'm like, I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, I've never seen none of this shit from 1940 stuff. But yeah, that was weird. So maybe we passed each other.
hmm Her
Or,
going and you coming, y'all pass, y'all cross
or,
paths. And,
like I said, maybe, I don't know, we could be the same spirit or something. I don't know. Who
mm-hmm,
knows? But yeah, I've always thought that was a little creepy.
mm-hmm.
Always a little
Interesting,
creepy.
definitely.
Yeah. Makes
Okay.
me,
Well.
I never really believed in kind of like the supernatural. I find it fascinating, to hear,
Mm-hmm.
like, I like celebrity ghost stories, and hear about stuff like that. But that kind of made me like,
Hmm.
you know, second guessed it a little tanch.
I mean, y'all
It's a
might have
little
passed.
stench.
Y'all might have passed. She might have patted you on the bottom to get you started with your
Mm-hmm.
first cry. You know.
Kissed
Yeah,
you on
or,
your forehead.
maybe like,
Mm-hmm.
listen,
Mm-hmm.
it's like this out here,
Mm-hmm.
XYZ.
That's forewarning what you coming
you know
into.
but
Mm-hmm.
what the one of the outside of our death and birth date and our height, I always wanted to be an actor. I always wanted to be an actor. My mom always had me like in acting classes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
um so I don't know.
Mm.
Do y'all believe in ghosts? Y'all ever had ghost stories?
I believe in ghosts.
You believe in ghosts?
I do.
I don't know if I believe in ghosts.
I do.
Yeah, I believe in the spirits and
I
things.
believe
Yes,
in the
believe in
spirit,
things like that.
the
Yes,
essence of the spirit.
absolutely.
I don't know if we're
Yes,
gonna call
that
it a
part.
ghost,
Yeah,
but
I'm not into the ghosts, but yeah, definitely the
definitely the
spirit.
spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Absolutely.
Because I always feel like there's always something guiding me, and I just don't.
Mm-hmm. Or watching
Yeah,
over me.
or watching
Mm-hmm.
over me, or protecting me from stuff.
Right. Because I feel that a lot. I don't feel like I see like the ghost image that people
But I
perceive to be
feel
a
like I
ghost,
feel the
but I
energy.
feel the, yes, like I feel
Mm-hmm.
my mother's presence all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as
Same.
actually seeing that image of what you feel like a ghost should look like, I don't believe in that. But yeah, I do
Right.
believe in the spirit. Yes,
I do.
absolutely.
Definitely. Definitely
You know,
spiritual.
I often wonder about things like that. I wonder, like, are certain things like a huge coincidence, or is there like that
I feel like there
supernatural?
is I feel like it's a divine energy. It is a divine
Mm-hmm.
energy that kept you kept you for 5 extra minutes because in
Mm-hmm.
five
Definitely.
minutes before a bad accident happened. Like I feel like
Right.
that is divine
Absolutely.
energy that does those things for you. I feel like that's your ancestors protecting you. Like somebody is
I agree.
protecting you.
Right.
I was
I agree.
watching the latest season of the Braxtons, and they were talking how
That show's still on.
That show, is it me or is it sad this season?
it's sad because it was a lot about Tracy.
It's
I
all about
Yeah.
Tracy.
don't know.
Yeah,
Yes, the
it
every
came back.
second of every minute of that show is speaking on Tracy. If it's not little clips of her during her downtime where she looked, you can
It
see
was
the illness.
that was the object of this season,
Absolutely.
to
So is this the first season since
yeah,
she passed?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I can
Yes.
understand why they would dedicate
Yes.
this season to her journey and her
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
life and
It's
everyone
hard
coping.
watching that though because the media didn't show that side of her before
Yeah.
she passed. So you're seeing a lot of images of when she
Behind the
got,
scenes
yeah, the
family
behind the
things
scenes of
like
her.
that.
It's just really sad.
The
I
thing that
don't
I
know
was
if I
gonna
want to
say
watch it, but she
is,
is definitely my favorite Braxton.
Oh yeah, she was definitely mine.
yeah, I like Tracy. But the thing that I was gonna say is that Tracy apparently loved hummingbirds. So she had
Mm-hmm.
like hummingbirds tattoos, and like all of the sisters have hummingbird little necklaces. And so
Mm-hmm.
they went, was it the year? It had been a year since her passing, I think, or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
they got together to go eat. And so like they're taking pictures or whatever, and a hummingbird
Hummingbird comes.
flew by them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh my God, that's Tracy.
That's it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, that's
And
Yep.
that divine.
It
That's
seems
that.
like that. Mm-hmm.
That
And
is.
I don't know how common hummingbirds are in California, but like I don't think people just really just see hummingbirds like that
I
on.
literally have a video from when I was just in California of a hummingbird. It was
Really?
right on the bush, and I was so fascinated. I was like, "Why is this
So
hummingbird
maybe
just
it's more common there
bush?"
because I don't think that's really common. Let me see
I,
where
I'm
hummingbirds
telling you,
live.
I'll send you the video. I'll post the video. But it's a little
But
hummingbird.
that's how I am with the red cardinals. Like when I'm having a hard day or going through something, a red cardinal comes, and that symbolizes someone who has passed is coming to visit you. So I believe in things like that. Like even when I'm having a hard day, that it would just come, the cardinal would just come out the blue, and I'm like, okay, that was my mama,
Mm.
or that was my grandpa or my grandma. So
I've never had, and like I was super duper ooper duper close with my grandmother, and I was just telling somebody like my grandmother's been dead for 30 something years, and I like constantly think about this lady. Like I I don't think it's every day, but I don't think there's like months or anything that goes by that I don't think about her and corporate. Like I always kind of like talk to her and be like, oh Medea, I'm finna make you biscuits, or little things like that. But I've never
You never felt her
had like
energy.
no, I've never
Well,
like
and this is another thing. Everybody is not intuitive. Like
hmm
everybody is not. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
my daughter just recently started having her first intuitive things that have been happening. And I was like, well, because when I was young and a lot of things used to happen, like, because I see death. So I see
Mm.
people before they die. Like, I've predicted, it ain't even a prediction. I saw their death.
you're
And
you're
so,
Raven Baxter.
I mean, I just haven't. So when I was younger, and I would like talk to my mom about it, she would just be like, kind of like she would listen to me, but it was kind of like, don't tell people that, it'll freak people out. So I used to just like start ignoring my dreams. Like I would have the dream and I would just ignore it. And then when the person dies, I would feel like horrible and stuff. And so the very first time that I had a dream about somebody who I was extremely close to, I told them, like, you're gonna die. Like I
What?
don't I really don't know that I don't know how much tact I had when I told her, but I was just like, you're gonna die. I dreamed you were in a casket, you're gonna die. And she was like, niece, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna be here. I'm not dying. And a month later she was dead.
Mm.
And I was like, the very first person that I actually told, they actually died. But it was everybody else that I've seen, and I didn't tell them, and they died, and I just felt bad. Like maybe if I tell them, they won't do or go or die. You know what I'm saying? So because this was
hmm
my very favorite aunt, I told her, and she was like, "I'm good. I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna see you have your baby and all this kind of stuff." And it just didn't happen. So then
Mm.
after that, I was like, I'm telling everybody everything. And so my mother-in-law at the time was like, please don't tell me. Like, I don't want to know. If you see my death, don't tell me. But like when my granny passed away, I saw her death. Like I've seen some deaths. Like there's one person's death that I have seen, but I'm terrified to tell them because they are very, very important to me. So it's super scary. It ain't you, Corey. You're safe.
Oh.
Unclutch your pearl.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
But the thing about this person's death is normally when I see their deaths, I see their deaths in a casket. This person I did not see in a casket. I just knew they died, and so I feel like I had
Wow.
that dream over a year and a half ago. They're still alive, so I feel like it's the symbolization of them being in the casket is missing. So maybe it's just something else. Maybe it was just a warning for them or something. I
hmm
don't know. But yeah.
Well, speaking of that, it says that hummingbirds spend the winter in Central America or Mexico or a Mexican border location. So
which is California.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then there's one breed that breeds in Mississippi somewhere. So but I still don't think it's that. I've been to California many times. I've never seen a hummingbird. I don't.
I just did.
Yeah, yeah. But
So did anybody say anything about some miracles? No, no
Mm-mm.
miracles.
No miracles.
are you hearing voices
I
too?
think she's, yeah.
I'm not, but
Are you
recently
hearing dead
Like, why
people?
you
I
looking like, why
heard
you looking up like,
I heard a story um about this miracle baby, and it wasn't Jesus. It was actually
oh my
born in a prison.
God, that story. Oh my God. We just talked about this at my job. Like, this shit is bananas. And the woman on this video was just like super excited. I was like,
Now,
what,
what
this man
happened
only
with
got
the
one
miracle baby?
So
come through Miracle Baby.
two prisoners had a baby, a male and a female. They're both in prison. They have never seen each other before. They don't know what each other. Well, they know what each other look like because they sent each other a kite with pictures, but they never met.
Right.
They've never had sex, but they are now the proud parents of a beautiful little baby girl.
Wait, a minute, you said a male and a female?
A male
She's
and a
been in
female.
prison for 2 years on
Mm-hmm.
murder.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in prison also for murder.
Mm-hmm.
They met through the vents. They speak through the vents. You know how in prison you can speak through the toilet,
And
speak through the vents?
so he's been dropping his loads to her through the vents, and now they got a baby.
She is using the monostat adapters from
The yeast
commissary
infection.
to the yeast infection. That's what it was. The
Yes.
yeast infection adapters. She fills it with the sperm and she shoots it up in her. He said he's never had a baby before and he wanted one and he in prison for the rest of his life, so why not?
So
I said,
I'm sorry. How did he get the sperm to her?
So through the vents, he would attach it to a string and he would
like a
fish
kite.
it down. It's called fishing.
Yes.
So it's
I
the
mean,
actual
but
sperm.
attach the sperm to the string?
Yes.
So he would put it in
He would
something.
put it in some
He
little
would
plastic and tie it up, and then
Okay.
she would inject it in herself,
yes.
and they got a baby.
Why is they
Yeah.
calling that a miracle baby?
They call it, the parents call it
the
their
parents.
miracle baby. No one
Their
else has called this
miracle
baby a
baby.
miracle baby. This baby is either going to be in foster care or with one of their family members.
Right, because they are both in prison for murder.
Forever.
Where
They're
are
never
they?
getting out. And
Are they in the
very
US?
selfish of both of them.
Yes, they're in the United States. Yes, I don't remember what state they're in, but
Florida.
I do believe
Florida.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Florida keeps, I tell you, they keep, never seems to amaze me.
They literally are running circles around New York at this point.
Wow.
Man, because she's excited. She's on that phone call excited about her miracle baby.
Well, I mean, I think that would be exciting if you in jail doing the same shit every day. Like, this
But
is...
you're never going to see this baby. This man could have bipolar. He can be schizophrenic. He could have been born with one eye. You don't know. You don't know what's in this sperm that is traveling through this ventilating system that you are going to push up in your hot pocket and populate a baby. You're never going to see the light of day. How is that benefiting this child?
That's very selfish. They're very selfish.
Very much selfish. That's who the fuck we should be shaming, is her silly ass.
Well, we
But
shame
also,
them.
this baby could be going to a very deserving family.
But what's scary is they don't know. You have two killers, two murderers. That's like the story we just talked about. Like this
They could be breeding a female serial killer.
Right? Like,
Well, at the point of women's rights being torn from them and some crazy maniac raping a woman and she's forced to have a baby anyway, I feel like this is just kind of the new normal.
that's crazy as fuck.
Do you know how many women are about to get pregnant in the prison because of this story?
You heard me.
Drop me that load, baby.
Drop me the
Drop me
load.
that load. You hear me?
Man, and it's a miracle, baby. Like, huh? It's a miracle, baby.
Girl, you just sell turkey basting.
First of all, she
Right.
is about to be the organizer. She is about to get paid. She's about to be the organizer of what's it, artificial insemination
Mm-hmm.
in the
Yes.
jail. She is
Did
Her
you
now
see the
commissaria's got to be
video?
lit.
Did you see the
yes.
video of her killing her
Yes.
boyfriend? She
Yes.
shot him and was like, you see the video. She shot him, walked off and said, oh, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
And he
He'll be
died.
all right.
You'll be all right. And this is what she's birthing. Both murderers, her and him, are in prison or in jail for murder.
Wow.
She shot him and walked off cool, just
Yeah, she was smooth, walked off. Like, you'll be all right.
Wow.
Miracle
Well,
baby just destined for, we don't know. Maybe this baby will be just a blessing, like Corey said, a blessing to somebody. She'll be a scholar, a pillar of this community. This
now,
baby could be raised to be the next president. We never know.
if they're really smart,
If Trump can be a president, why not?
they
Raising a serial killer to be the next. Hey,
hey, we already got a child molester, so why not?
I'm like,
it
why
seems
not?
to be, the qualifications at this point.
Yeah,
But
this
if they're
thing
smart,
high.
they would make they could make a nice living.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they could make a nice living. Not to say that I would want anybody to like just be having kids to make a living, but yeah, it's a market.
Yeah, I cannot.
It's a market. But yeah,
That's
hopefully the baby
crazy.
will not be deranged.
Deranged.
I mean, I think you have to be deranged to kill people, and you come from two people who have killed people. So it's like,
Think
what
so.
what are your chances of not
Right.
being deranged? It's slim picking. But they need to get that baby in therapy on day one.
ASAP.
Baby
ASAP.
therapy. This is
Baby
part of your
therapy.
life. This is part of your life.
All right, I
All
have a
right.
question, y'all.
Oh, she still got a question.
Real
Yeah.
quick. I got a question. Do you guys by chance know what where is it at? Oh, I lost it that fast.
Oh shit.
I know, I'm sorry. I think we already did that one. Where'd it go? Okay. So y'all know I'm about to tear the word up. Biastophilia. Y'all know what that is?
I think I had that
No.
in my foot.
Biastophilia.
Is that the Camp
Bia?
June? The Camp June disease?
Camp the Camp Lejeune disease.
Camp Lejeune?
Because you drunk the
Say
water.
it again.
Biastophilia. Come on, y'all gotta take a guess. You can't look it up.
Oh,
Oh, my
was it?
bad. I don't know. I have no
What's it
clue.
called again?
Biastophilia.
I think that is maybe something where you eat too much and you erupt your stomach.
Okay, what you think it is, Sean? Because you
I don't
done
even
looked it
have a
up.
guess because I didn't try to look it up, but I'm gonna act like I don't even know because without looking it up, I don't know. Never heard of it before.
What did the thing say? What did it say? Yeah, what
It's a
is it?
Latin-derived synonym, also paraphilic to rape.
Oh, Jesus, what?
Yes,
Sexual arousal
it's
is dependent on.
yep,
Go
an
ahead.
actual
I'm gonna
rape.
let you. An
That's what
actual
it
rape.
is. It is the fetish of raping people.
Mm.
That's our Kinktastic for today. The act of assaulting or taking advantage of an unconsenting person or stranger. Mm-hmm.
And it's called what again?
Biastophilia.
Yeah, Biastophilia. Yep, I think that's
Bia
pronounced
Bia.
correctly.
That's exactly how it's spelled too.
It makes you that automatically make you think about that, right? That's
It's also
crazy.
known as raptophilia as well.
Hmm.
Mm.
So you
Their
only get
favorite,
aroused when you're attacking someone,
yes,
basically.
yeah. They don't even get erections for just like normal sex. They only get
Right.
erections when it's aggressive, an assault, violent. Sometimes, even if a person is unresponsive
Oh.
during the sex.
Mm.
It's always something. They got a name for everything.
That's a kink, y'all. That's y'all kinktastic.
No, that is not a
Hmm.
kink. That's a disease. That's a
Yeah.
that's a that's a sickness. Wait a minute.
How do you cure that?
So are these people who like play these things out, or are they saying like, oh,
No,
these is what rapists
no, this is not a role play type of scenario. This is literally someone who gets
go
off
out
on
and do sexual
and
assault?
seeks people. Yeah. Now, I will not say that this person does not go to places where they're able to act this out, maybe like a sex club,
Hmm.
and act these out with strangers. Um, I will not say that they don't. That's probably the safest way
I was
to
gonna say that's the
practice this kink. It's probably the
right.
safest way to practice it. But let's all, be fair and clear that there's probably not a whole lot of people that are doing this. They're just actually going out and raping people.
That's
I
crazy.
I actually think that that would sometimes we have to play defense on things. I unfortunately I think that there's always going to be people that are getting raped until the end of time. Like
Hmm.
I don't think it's ever going to go away. But I think if people know and recognize like I have this kink or whatever, that if there are safe spaces and groups for them, because there may be, I'm sure there are even women who have this same kink of being raped
There
in
Mm.
this
is.
aggressive
Oh yeah,
type.
there is. That's
Yeah,
another kink.
Yeah. I'm just
right.
thinking of that as my own personal, like I don't want to be
But there are
aggressively
people who,
attacked, but I do like it rough
yeah, there are
sometimes.
people who, like that. And I was watching something or reading something, but I remember in the whatever it was, like this couple, they would role play or whatever. And so one
Mhm.
of the things was a burglar coming in. And, you know, like the guy, he lived there, but he would like sneak in through the window. He'd have a mask on, and like he would, you know, throw her down, and she would
Oh
like,
shit. That's turning me on
you
right
know,
now. That's yeah.
and that would be their thing that they do. But I think that
That's
for
turning me
people
on
who
right now.
have that, there should be a safe space. There should be groups so that
Mm-hmm.
you're not actually going out there to do it. But then on the flip side of that, it's like, is this going to be like practice for them to, like, you know how they always be like, it's never enough. They're going to want the real thing. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So that kind of like concerns me. But I think it may lower the rate of raping and sexual attacks if there are where you can act it out, you know, and things of that nature. But yeah,
I think people that have this bio stuff, whatever it's called, it's probably people that are not fully wanted. Like, and they feel like that's probably the only way they can get it, which has caused them to adapt to only being able to, you know, get
so
an erection or get
I
aroused
think
because
it
they're
could be a
attacking
mixture
people.
of things, power,
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, they're, you know, someone is having to submit to them, or they're being dominated.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, we're wired all differently, and sometimes things can just, I don't know, be a little worrisome how we're wired. Like, I think I
Mm-hmm.
have some things that are weird, and maybe if I heard someone talking about it, I would probably be concerned. So
Mm-hmm.
I've always had this fantasy, probably from watching porn as a kid, about having sex with the help person, like, you know, the infamous plumber, or, you know, I have always, like, I don't know, for some reason I think that that would be a turn on for me, to be like, oh, the cable installer is coming to hook up the cable, and we are like looking at each other and be like, I think that's hot. But if I heard somebody talking about it, I would be like, it's fucking weird. But for me, it's kind of hot to me. I have a porn vendor fantasy, or what have
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if y'all could rewrite or retrain or unbrainwash the world about something sexual that is like super taboo, and you wish it could be made normal, like just let it be normal, like it's not a shock, what would that be?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this was the first thing that come to my mind, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know. I was going to say public sex,
That was mine, but I know
but
it's too offensive.
also what I'm thinking about public sex is that I think what's also kind of that turn on is because it is kind of like hidden, almost like you're not, like you're at the back of the building where, you know, no
Mm-hmm.
one, you know, is seeing, and it's almost that kind of, are we going to get caught, is somebody going to walk past us, you know, element. And I don't know if it would be sexy if it was just at the bus stop and everybody's just walking by. It's something kind of the mysterious, kind of in the back under the bleachers, kind of public sex is, I guess, thrilling to me. But that's
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that came to my mind, public sex.
Yeah,
But
I'm
wouldn't
with
that
you.
be
That was
like
my
if you were
thing.
just at the grocery store and you felt it with your person, you can just get it right on aisle 6 and nobody,
And nobody
excuse
will have
me,
nothing to
can you
say.
pass me that Grey Poupon?
We have people just standing at the finishes
Excuse me, can you
watching.
slide your ass cheeks over a little bit? I need to get that right behind you.
Just a little bit. Let me get these nuts on the other side of you.
Walk it,
So I
girl.
would say the same thing,
So
definitely public sex.
yeah, well, mine was more or less like I think you should normalize having sex in other people's houses. Like like how
Mm.
many times have you went on vacation or somewhere with your friend and you went to go visit another friend and you're like don't want to have sex in their house? I feel like you should
I don't have
that.
that problem.
I mean, I make it a point to have a sex in my friends' houses.
And your granny?
And I said in anybody's fucking house.
Uh,
Like if I'm at your house, I'm fucking at your house.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if it was like one of my friends. Like, that wouldn't bother me. Like, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, okay,
But
bitch,
there are people that be like,
You better
sex
get
in my
it.
guest bedroom. Like that's what a bed is for.
Yeah,
It ain't no
I
different when you
wouldn't.
having sex.
I wouldn't care. I would be excited for you. I would be like, okay. I really wouldn't care. I really truly wouldn't.
You know what? I had a conversation tonight because we was talking about the podcast, talking about things, and maybe I may be a little off base with what I'm about to say, but I want to normalize.
Here's the disclaimer, you guys.
I want to normalize double penetration without men feeling like they're gay from their
Oh
wings
yeah.
touching.
Yeah.
I want to normalize that.
One.
That's a
I
good one.
want to definitely normalize that because just because y'all are touching or your balls may clap, it does not make you gay.
Your balls might clap.
You know they may clap.
No.
But
No, I agree. And I this is another one. I just wish I don't know what that was, but I wish that on the line of that, like people could really just be completely free in their sexual being and like just let it rip. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not thinking like,
Let it rip
oh,
like fart.
your thigh is on me, or you know what I'm saying? No, not a fart, but just
You
just
said let it
being
rip. I'm like, wait a minute.
just being free in the moment, like completely being
right,
free. And I think what that means
right.
is that you're not aware, kind of almost, of what's going on, in the situation. You're in that moment. Because I love male, female, like porn. And when the
Listen,
guys
that's my
are like,
favorite.
they not tripping about it. They're not, you know, I like that.
Never had it happen, but that is yes, that will get me yes every
Yeah.
single time. I want to normalize
I
that.
definitely have not had it happen, but I definitely had the pleasure of witnessing it maybe about a year ago.
There's
I want to see it in person
there's a
outside of
couple
porn. I
that
would
I
like to see.
follow on.
I got a video. I got a video.
There's a
But you
couple,
better
you guys.
send.
Let me look up their name. But there's a
I
couple.
got a video of it. But yeah, like so you know, I've I've been in polyamorous relationship. We dated our first couple.
Oh,
And it was the first couple that was the first couple. That was the first successful couple dating that we had because we
Mm-hmm.
dated another couple and that shit just turned into debauchery of foolishness before any sexual
Mm.
anything ever even happened. But this one was a really good experience. And I mean, I just got to witness it, everything, like all of it. It was just great. And I basically, she told me what she wanted. So I basically told her guy and my guy, like, this is what she wants. Like, she wants this. And so I
Mm-hmm.
made it happen for her. And then I got to watch it. And it was totally cool. I don't want that. But if my partner wants that or my girlfriend wants that, I will make that happen for her. And I will
Yeah.
make it in the best setting ever.
I just need it to happen once, just so I can get it out my system. because it has been, yeah, something that I've thought about for years.
I will make that happen for you.
Did I?
I will make that happen for you.
Corey, wake up.
I'll
Listen.
be just like the lady in jail. How she's passing semen around. I'll be passing out double penetrations.
There you go. So let's normalize that. So that would be my answer to your question, because we just had this conversation a few hours ago, and it was I'm not gay. I don't want another grandmaster million, but it's not about you. Like, so yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
here we go.
technically, their penises are touching,
But it does
it's a
not
layer
make
of
you.
skin in between.
But men nowadays who do that, their first go to is, I'm not gay. So that's why I said, let's normalize it not being that.
Do you have Sean, do you have
Worried about Corey's questions.
do you have Twitter?
I do.
Okay, so there's this couple that I follow. Their name is the Spit Roast Couple.
Okay.
And they have some fun videos.
Okay.
And I love their videos. Now, the difference of them is that the guy is bi.
Okay.
He's bi. But and he's married to this girl, and they go and do shit or whatever, but they have some nice hot videos.
And it's called the Spit Roast Couple.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll have some follow up next show.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go check it out.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, it has been another great and glorious show. Corey, let's get a little outro. I didn't ask either one of y'all had homework, so you can at least do the outro.
Well, I had homework, but that's fine.
You can follow Naturally
Unbothered Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can? I say that all the time, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about TikTok. Make sure you are liking.
Definitely TikTok.
Definitely on TikTok.
Okay.
We are trending on TikTok.
Yes,
so let's get into that part.
We don't went viral on TikTok so many times.
Viral.
Oh,
viral on TikTok.
Excuse me. So make sure you are licking and liking and sharing, subscribing, and leaving a review or comment on YouTube. We're also on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. There we go. So that you are notified every time a new episode drops, kinda around Thursday-ish. You can listen. You can listen to on all platforms. It doesn't matter. We're on there. So look us up. So tell your hoe-ass friends to tune in, and you tell your other hoe-ass friends to tell they hoe-ass friends to tune in and listen to Naturally Unbothered podcasts.
Yes.
Bye.
Especially while y'all double penetrating each other.
That part.
Yes. Please double penetrate.
Bye.
Bye.
Y'all play too much.
All right.
Wait, that was the two hoes. I was supposed to do that.
I know. I was going to tell you that you only had one hole, but
I know. That was my fault. I know better next time.
Well, everybody is at 99%.
Substitution.
So
except you.
Except for me.
You at 42.
I'm at 44%. But the rest of y'all are at 99%, which means y'all can hang out.
All right, y'all.
Are we going Tuesday? What are we doing? What's the next show? Yes,
Um,
lovely.
and also, I mean, I'll let you know, but Tuesday I probably will be traveling. So I'll let you know to be for certain. I may not leave till Wednesday. I'll see.
And I won't be away from the building till 8, after 8 o'clock. So I don't want to go through what we went through last week. Yeah, we can if y'all can go later. If y'all can go at like 9, I know I'll definitely be at home and back set up at 9. Okay.
All right. If I'm not on the road, yeah, I don't mind.
Sea breezy. Okay.
Alrighty,
Okay.
y'all. I will holler at y'all.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.